We put up a Dilbert cartoon on the moneytalks.net website that sums up beautifully what's just gone on at the NDP convention with the Leap Manifesto and with Nuit Debout protests gripping France and with Donald Trump and Bernie Sanders' economic acolytes. Now, if you haven't seen it, picture this. Dilbert's had a whiteboard explaining that when one person doesn't understand economics, it's called ignorance. When millions don't, we call it a political movement. I mean, that's perfect. Whether you're talking about Donald Trump's economic prescriptions or Naomi Klein and Pamela Anderson's Leap Manifesto. Both completely ignore economic reality. Ignorance and the belief that the laws of economics don't apply to them has always been a foundational conceit for big political talkers, from both the right, like Trump, or the left, like Saunders. NDP Premier Rachel Notley called the Leap Manifesto naive and ill-informed. I think she's being polite, but it's also an apt description of the economic policy prescriptions of both Trump and Saunders. Meanwhile, in France, Socialist President François Hollande is forced to backtrack on his own policies that his finance minister said were so ill-informed that Hollande had turned France into Cuba without the sun. So now the socialist government has moved to get rid of a few of the regulations that discourage capital investment and job creation, and that's brought howls of protest from a catch-all movement called Nuit Debout. As Dilbert says, hey, you get enough people together and you don't have to call it ignorance. It's a political movement. But as Rachel Notley knows, and President Hollande has just found out, once in government, you no longer have the luxury of ignoring economics and finance, and ill-informed, half-baked rhetoric just doesn't cut it. My name is Mike Campbell. Join me Saturday for Money Talks.